What up, though? Your boy Meech, aka the Siage Saint. Hope everyone's doing well. Time for another fragrance video. And just a few days ago, guys, I was watching the exciting fight between Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. I'm a big boxing fan. And right before that, a few hours before that, I've been kind of doing some decluttering, downsizing my collection, selling some fragrances. And I came across some affordable fragrances that I felt like I couldn't let go of because they punch above their weight class. So we're going to talk about them in this video. Let's get into it. All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about some affordable fragrances, 7 in fact, that you can either purchase from your local rack store or online at the time of this recording for $20 or less. Like Bud Crawford going up 2 weight classes to win a world championship, these fragrances, even though they're super duper affordable, they punch way above their weight class. We're going to start first with a pair of fragrances from the house of Calvin Klein. The first being CK All. This is a beautiful citric, white floral, green scent. I say white floral, but yeah, pretty much white florals. This is a fragrance that I purchased from my local rack store for like 20 bucks. Punches way above its weight class. Beautiful fragrance. Smells like and kind of personifies the springtime to me. This is one that's going to be for those periods of warmer weather, particularly the spring, especially the florals in this remind me of that. It's a unisex fragrance. I think this will smell great on a man or a woman. The florals might turn some fellas off, but fellas, don't be afraid of florals. This is a good one and for a good price. This is CK All. The second one from Calvin Klein is one that I am absolutely going to be rocking as we transition into the fall weather months. This is a rack store Hall of Famer, in my opinion. We're talking about CK1 Shock for him. I absolutely love this fragrance. Spicy, warm, ambery. You get that tobacco note in the fragrance. You get some aromatics like lavender and basil. This is a really, really good one. I've worn this trick-or-treating with my kids, cider mill, pumpkin patch. I live in the Midwest, so all of those things are pretty big around here. Outdoor football games in the fall. This works for a number of different scenarios. It's a good one for the fall weather, and like CK All, you can find this at your local rack store for 20 bucks for a 100 ml. Really good one, man. I absolutely love this one. It's a Hall of Famer, as I stated. CK1 Shock for him. All right, so you're in your rack store and you see some of those unboxed fragrances in the rack store and you're wondering, are these any good? Do they smell like trash? But let me tell you, there are some that are absolutely hidden gems. There's a fragrance house that usually have unboxed fragrances in the rack store called Milestone Perfumes, and they have a couple of hits. One of those, Mouge Affection. I absolutely love this fragrance. $15 buy from my local TJ Maxx. This is a take on Reflection Man by Amouage. So this is a citric, woody, floral fragrance. Beautiful, beautiful scent. I think this is best in the spring and summer, but you could definitely wear this like day to day in a climate controlled environment. Beautiful enough to wear formally as well. I love the Reflection Man DNA. This is really the only thing, this and Gucci Guilty Elixir, which kind of smells like Reflection Man as well. Those are the two things that I have in my collection that kind of come close to the DNA. I used to have a decan of the OG, so I am familiar with how that smells. And for $15, I'm not saying this is Reflection Man, but it's a decent alternative for the price. Milestone Perfumes, I'm telling you, they're UAE based. They do a great job with their quality, and this one's not bad at all. 15 bucks. It punches way above its weight class. This is Mouge Affection. All right, next up, we're talking about another rack store Hall of Famer. You've probably gone into your local rack store and seen a number of fragrances from the house of Banana Republic. You might be thinking they're typically not known for their fragrances, but the fragrances that are a part of their icon line are absolute bangers. We're talking about tobacco and tonka bean, dark cherry and amber, linen vetiver, but one that is absolutely Hall of Fame worthy is 78 Vintage Green. This is a fantastic tea-based fragrance. Tea, fig, it's green. It's very light and airy, watery, very easy to wear. Another fragrance that I think shines the brightest in the spring. Of course, you can wear it in the summer as well, but this is definitely one that I kind of wear strictly in the warmer weather. Smells a little bit like Oolong Cha, not exactly like it, kind of like a cousin to that DNA, mainly because it has tea and fig. but it smells good. And this is another one, 75 mLs. You can usually find this for 20 bucks in your local rack store. Absolute banger in my opinion for the price. This is 78 Vintage Green. All right, the next fragrance we're going to talk about is another one of those unboxed rack store gems. Now, if you find this online, you might pay like $25 to $30 for it. But if you find it in your local Marshalls or TJ Maxx or any other rack store, it's going to be around $15. And for that price, this might be one of the best $15 fragrances you're going to find. This one also comes from Milestone Perfume / Emperor, and we're talking about Valencia Uomo Intense. This is, listen, I'm telling y'all, this one is a banger. I'm talking about arguably one of the best $15 fragrances I have ever smelled. You get that mandarin, the aromatics, you get the leather, the vanilla, and of course that lipstick makeup bag iris. If I didn't say so already, or if you couldn't tell by the gradient and the bottle, this is a take on Valentino Uomo Intense. So this is definitely going to be date night, cooler weather, absolute banger. Only thing, it's a $15 fragrance. See, I paid $15 for it. It only lasts like 3 to 5 hours. But again, you're paying $15 and the quality on it does not smell $15. I'm telling y'all, this is an absolute banger. I would pay $30 for this if I were buying it online. I think Fragflex has it for like $26, but if you get it in your rack store, you're only paying $15. Definitely worth that. Absolute banger for the price. This is Valencia Uomo Intense. All right, next up is a fragrance that when I actually bought it, I paid like $25 for it, but I did check before recording this video. This fragrance is available on Joma Shop for 20 bucks. You'll find it for around $20 in your local rack store as well, from the house of Guess. This is Guess 1981 Los Angeles. I know my man Goldie smell good. Shout out to Goldie if you're watching this. I know he's a big fan of this fragrance. I've heard him refer to this as the gingerbread man. It definitely has like this, you know, spicy, baked spice type of vibe to it that might remind you a little bit of like a gingerbread cookie. But what it most reminds me of is Versace Eros. That's essentially what this smells like. It's like Guess's take on that DNA. So it's warm, it's spicy. You get notes in here like tobacco. You get a mint accord. You get this sweet plum note as well. Not super sweet, but definitely giving you a bit of sweetness with this fragrance. Another one for the cooler weather months, evenings out, date nights, fun nights out. Eros is kind of considered one of those fun night out Playboy style of fragrances. So this definitely has that DNA. Worth $20 in my opinion, and one that I'm definitely going to hold on to. This is Guess 1981 Los Angeles. All right, and last but not least, I got to give you guys another one of those unboxed rack store gems. This one comes from Camara Perfumes. This is Contra Exquisite Latin Royal Edition Eau de Parfum. That is a mouthful, but this is another $15 rack store gem. I got to show y'all this atomizer because, I mean, come on. Incredible. So this is one of 4 fragrances in the Contra line. I own 3 of the 4. I have the Pegasus Interpretation. I have Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum. This one is Layton. There's also a Stronger With You one out there. I think just the original Stronger With You DNA as well. But this is Layton. Fantastic. You get that spicy, woody, vanillic vibe. I actually like this more than Al Haramain's Detour Noir, which I once owned and gave away because I thought the opening was too harsh. This made me like the Layton DNA so much so I ended up getting the decant of Layton, got the Woods Collection Dusk. So I have a lot of the Layton DNA in my collection. But this is a really good one. Longevity on it is pretty good as well for it to be a $15 fragrance. As I said, just another one that punches way above its weight class. Really good for the price. This is Contra Exquisite Latin Royal Edition Eau de Parfum. Well, there you have it, guys. 7 fragrances that punch way above their weight class. We're talking about $20 or less. And these fragrances are keepers for me. I am not letting these go. What are some of the most affordable fragrances in your collection that you really enjoy? Let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Be sure to check out my social media for more. Please like and subscribe on whatever social media platform you're watching this on. That will be greatly appreciated. We're approaching 1,000 on YouTube, so let's run those numbers up. I appreciate the love and support. It's your boy Meech, aka the CI Saint. Until next time, take care. Peace.